Beatmaking Basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beatmaking Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe as well as give me a thumbs up because we're coming back with bangers. Now today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to arrange this Middle Eastern style hip hop beat in Logic Pro 10. All right, so basically what we're going to be doing is taking this 4-bar loop and turning it into song format. All right, so first things first, we're going to listen to it, see what we have. Then we're gonna organize this this loop, meaning that I'm gonna name it, get everything, organized in the proper way. Then we'll extend the loop, okay? And then we're gonna take it and arrange it into the song format. So we'll have the intro, hook, verse, outro, that type of format, okay? So let's check out what we got here, and you'll find out very quickly why I call it a Middle Eastern styled hip hop beat. This is because it has kind of a Middle Eastern vibe. I'm gonna close some of these windows right here, because really we just need to focus on the workspace window whenever we're arranging. So let's just go ahead and I'm gonna push play and you can check this out. All right, so you pretty much get the vibe of it. Now, if we're arranging this and we don't know that this is a clap, if we don't know this is a hi-hat or this is a kick or different things like that, that's gonna kind of slow us down. So the next thing I'm gonna do, now that I have an idea of what everything sounds like together, we're gonna come over here and now rename these parts, okay? So this is the clap. I know that just by how it's laying out, you only see 4 claps in this 4-bar loop. So I'm just gonna go ahead and name it clap, and it's really a clink sound, honestly. So let's listen to it real quick. It's more like a clink sound than a clap. See what I'm saying? It's not a snare. It's not a clap. It's kind of in between. This should be hi-hats. Let's check it out. Okay. This is a kick, and then this is a snap. Double check. Okay, bet. And then we have these 2 samples. So I'm just gonna say sample 1. We'll say sample 2. And this looks like it's a bass right here. So let's check that out, make sure. Bet. So now we have pretty much everything labeled. The next thing I'm gonna do is just go ahead and push Command A. It's gonna highlight everything, and I'm gonna push Shift, Option, and the letter N is in Nancy. And as you can see here, everything we just named over here is now put in the workspace window here. Now there's a couple of tracks that I didn't name. Those are gonna be tracks that I'm probably not gonna use in the beat. We could do a couple of things with those. We could hide them, or we could just do a save as, and I could do like a number 2 version. And in this number 2 version, I can just go ahead and delete these like that, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and push Command S to save this again. Now we have everything laid out here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the, the drums at top. So we got the kick, clink, or clap sound, snap, hi-hat, and then you got this bass and these 2 samples, all right? So bad. After we got that organized, I'm gonna move this playhead over here to the end. I'm gonna highlight everything. I'm gonna push Command R, and that's gonna extend it some, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be extended too much. Really, we just need an intro, a hook, and a verse, all right? Some people really like to use this arrangement option where you can come over here and lay out the stuff like that. For me personally, I don't necessarily like doing it like that, so we're not gonna do it in this video. Instead, we're gonna do some color coding to identify the different parts, but you could do whatever you want. You can come in here and use this to shorten it, and hey, this is gonna be the intro, then come over here, it's a verse, that type of thing. That could help you if you want, but we're not gonna do that in this video. So first things first, let's look at an intro. Intros are usually 4 bars to 8 bars. So I'll put an 8 bar, see kind of how it feels. I honestly try to keep these songs a lot shorter nowadays, just because music is consumed a whole lot quicker now. Usually during the intro, you turn off all of the drums, and I'm just gonna start off with one of these samples. Let's see what it sounds like. So that's one of the keys to, really, this keys to music production is simplicity, but specifically when it comes to arranging your music, you want to keep that simple as well. So I'm just gonna do that. This where it came in with the sample first and then the bass, and leaving out the drums in the second sample. So what I could do to delete everything is I could just come over here and highlight it and push delete. But what if I change my mind later, right? So instead of doing it like that, instead I'm just gonna push Control and M, and what that's going to do is actually mute it within this workspace window. Control M. So I'm just gonna come over here and click on all these and push Control M, and now everything is muted. Okay, and so whenever I mute it here, it's kind of the audition or demo what I think should not be in there, and then when I finalize it, I push that Control M to mute it. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into this again. I'm gonna play it from the beginning. Of course, the chorus is gonna have everything in it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and check that out. Okay, bet. So we have, this is our verse. This is going to be our hook or chorus. And then this, which is 16 bars, is going to be our verse. Now, I mentioned something before. I mentioned color coding these. I'm going to show you how to do that now. If you're brand new to Logic, if you just come over here to the top options right here, click this down arrow. And that's going to pull your toolbar down. And you go all the way to the right. There's colors. And then I can come over here and highlight this and just say, all right, I want my intro to be blue. All right, and then I want my hook to be red or green, you know what I'm saying, or purple actually. Put it this purple, and then I want my verses to be pink. It doesn't really matter, but it makes it very simple to see. Okay, so you can always change the colors. The color is not as important as just being able to, identify with your eyes quickly what different things are. And you can always come in after the fact and do these arrangement parts right here. Say if you're going to share the session with somebody else. But this is pretty much what I like to do. So I'm going to now close this window, and I have a pretty good idea of what is what. Intro, these are going to be my chorus or hook, and then this is going to be my verse. Now, let's talk about the verse for a second. You want to have some type of variation in the verse, and probably one of the simplest ways to do this is to just swap between these two. So I have two samples, one high and one low. This second one is the low one, and this one's the high one. So first half of the beat is going to be playing the sample low, and then it will play the sample high in the second half of the chorus. Also, one thing I like to do is go ahead and cut that kick out, and maybe even some of these, the hi-hats, if you will, okay? Really, a lot of this stuff could be taken out here. And you want it to basically want this beat to be building, okay? So starting off here. And we'll have to also listen how it sounds, because sometimes you don't have to drop everything out. Sometimes it sounds better just kind of leading right into it. So let's listen to it from the beginning, and I can kind of freestyle this if I want as it goes. one of those type of beats that I don't necessarily have to drop too many things and powder here if I don't want to, but it can help. I just don't want the energy to drop when I'm coming out of the hook. So now we pretty much have our different parts of the song. What's going to be left to do is go ahead and extend this. So again, this is the hook, this is our verse. So what I'm going to do is I highlighted everything just from the hook and the verse. I'm going to push Command R. And literally now I got a verse 1 and verse 2. And I can just take this last guy right here, hold down Option, drag him on over. And one thing I like to do for the outro is repeat the intro, but in reverse. So like, I'll take this guy, put him right here, and this guy right here. Okay, and this is just a simple format you can follow to quickly start, that process of arranging your music into song format. There's a couple other things that you can do. You can come over here in this second verse and swap these out. So instead of it starting low, you can start it high. Just push Control M to unmute these. And this is, again, another reason why I like to mute it instead of delete it. Because if I delete it, I'll have to come and make a copy and do all this other stuff. So that's that. Another thing I like to do is just leave a little gap or space before each hook comes in. And for me, what that does is just creates that little bit of a transition before the music comes in and to another section. So I take off about half a measure right there, and I should have highlighted both of these when I did this and it was saved to me a step, but it's all good. From here, there's a couple other things you could also do, but I'm just gonna keep it simple, man. Let's go ahead and listen to this all the way through. I do think that we need an extra sound for the chorus or the hook. So this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and create. We're gonna go ahead and do a basic instrument patch. And this electric piano is fine. Just so you can see what I got going here, I'm push Command K. That's musical typing. Let me just plug up my keyboard real quick. All right, so I had to basically find what it is. So even something like that was so super simple. I just literally played a couple of notes, just 3 notes actually, and went down and then back up. So that's what we're actually gonna do for the hook. And that's just gonna give a little bit of variance when it comes to, separating the different sections. I messed up. I played this first note too hard. It's all good. Just double click on it. If you do something like that, make sure this guy is clicked. This is going to basically be our automation, or how we're going to get to our note velocity. And I'm just going to take that note. can start, like, once you get your basic format here, you can start hearing other things that, you know, could go in this beat. One thing I'm hearing is like some type of explanation type point. Maybe some type of brass, maybe some type of hit sound. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll start with this default patch just so y'all can follow me, so y'all you know which sounds or what. I'm gonna type in hit, and when I type in hit, all of these different hits are gonna come up. Not quite what I'm looking for though. So I was gonna play around with having this hit sound throughout the whole beat. I think I'm actually gonna just have it on the verses. So I'm gonna double click here, quantize, which is basically pushing Command A to highlight everything. You can go over here, quantize it, and that's good. And so now I can just take this and just drag this over. Just hold it down Option, let go right there. Cool. As we still listening to this, I'm still hearing more parts that we can add to this chorus, right? So this is another thing you want to do. You don't want to add too much, but you do want to add certain accent pieces. So I'm just gonna double this this hit chord track by pushing Command D, and we'll come back over here to the chorus. By the way, you can move this playhead. Okay, you can push Enter to bring this playhead to the beginning. You can use the greater than or less than signs on your keyboard to move this to the left or the right, this playhead. Just a quick little tip, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to have something else that goes in here. Maybe chords, maybe a piano. Maybe you can put a piano in here. Let's see. This needed another kind of a hit explanation points right there. So I'm gonna take this. I'm just holding down Option while I drag this out. That kind of messed it up right there. Come on, bro. stop. There we go. And we're gonna put it like that. One thing I did want to do as well on this is on this bass pattern, maybe do something a little more fancier at the end. So instead of like boom, 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 maybe like go boom, 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 something like that. You got to zoom in for this. Doom, doom. So just kind of sounding this out in my head how I wanted it, and just like playing it, moving these notes around till I find it. All right, and that's pretty much. So I just wanted to have a little variation on this bass. So I'm gonna put this on all the choruses, and I'm also we'll just throw this right here as well. We'll have to color code it different. So I'm gonna highlight this, come back over here. Hit the wrong button, my bad. Hit this guy. Make those parts pink. All right. So yeah, this is just pretty much the basics, man. It's a pretty dope beat in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comment section below if you like the beat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll just keep it like that. We'll rename this as well. I'll say chord hit. I'll say piano hit. And then, yeah, this is cool. So cool. So what I'll do now is I'll just let y'all listen to it. Probably at least, you know, the intro, chorus, and then the, you know, verse. We'll see what it sounds like. And actually, this like electric piano is kind of taken away from it, so I'm gonna just take it out for a second. Let's see what it sounds like. Cool. And so I guess the only other thing here is maybe make this bass follow this piano hit. I'm kind of like going down a scale here. So this note right here could be in this first note. I don't actually like that either. Let me just keep it. Yeah. Now I could do it like this where I just, I'll have to just maybe mute out these. Or instead of making this go go down the totem pole, if you will, I can just get rid of these. Do it like that instead. So remember what I told y'all about keeping it simple. If you don't, that's what you're gonna run into, situations like this where, you know, start overcomplicating things. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. So anyway, y'all, this is the video. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. If you did watch all the way to the end, I'm gonna go ahead and just let you know that I definitely appreciate you, you know, being subscribed and watching, you know, these videos. I hope that they help you out a lot and help you get to the next level. We're all at different levels in our production career. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to help you just basically get the basics down so that you can take your beats to the next level. Because, you know, a lot of times, just like with sports, if you don't have those fundamentals down, you know, when it comes to doing all the tricks and all the high, you know, stuff and cool stuff, it's not going to be as easy to do it or as fluid to do it and to advance if you don't have those fundamentals down. So that's what we're really trying to do, is get those fundamentals down, and then you can take it from there. You know what I'm saying? If you need some more help, make sure you go to my site, beatmakingbasics.com. Okay, I'm going to tell you that we do have other resources for you. The YouTube videos are great. I give a lot of different information in those, but I do go a little bit more thorough in the courses that we offer. Okay, so we go a little bit more thorough. We break down things a little bit more in depth. Everything's curriculum based, meaning that, you know, there's an organization to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, say if I'm teaching you how to make beats in Logic Pro 10, then I'm taking you through a whole process, breaking down each thing. It's not just one video. Usually those courses have about several hours of content in each one. Okay, check that out. There's going to be a lot of great opportunity to grow and learn. Help out with your melodies, your drum patterns, mixing, arranging your music, and just the whole process of beat making in Logic Pro 10 or GarageBand. That's what I teach here on this channel. So go to the site, check that out.